Hi everyone, today we're going to look at Adobe Spark and how to incorporate Adobe Spark projects into a Canvas course. You can incorporate Spark onto Canvas pages, announcements, even assignments, and discussion posts. Adobe Spark is a creation suite that is good for both students and for teachers. You can create pages, posts, and videos, and I'll show you how to incorporate each one of those into Canvas. Adobe Spark can be used to create flyers or posters or any kind of infographic, imagery, even videos. Adobe Spark is free for teachers and for students, and they have amazing mobile apps that you can use on your iPhones, tablets, or Android devices. And it's a great way in the classroom to help bring narrative to life. In this tutorial, I'm not going to show you the ins and outs of creating Adobe Spark projects. I'm going to focus on, once you have your content created, how can you get that into your Canvas course? So we'll get started by looking at some of my Adobe Spark's projects. The types of projects are pages, videos, and posts, and I'll show you each one of those. This is an example of an Adobe Spark video that I created, and I actually did this. It took me about 5 or 10 minutes on my iPhone. I started by uploading photos and created a slide deck using the photos. You're able to time it, you can record narration, you can put text and icons on the screen, and you can add music, and you can play around with the themes. I kept my video pretty simple, just for demonstration purposes. There are a couple ways that you can get Adobe Spark video into Canvas, and I'm going to show you my preferred method. On your video page, you're going to click Share and Publish, and within these menu items, you can click on the Embed tab. This is going to give you an iframe, some embed code that you can copy and place in Canvas. I have a Canvas page right here that I set up so that I can incorporate my Adobe Spark content. I'm going to place my cursor where I want the video to be, and on the Rich Content Editor, you can find the Record or Upload Media button, and then navigate over to the Embed option, and this is where I'm going to paste my embed code. Another way that I can embed the content onto this page, I'm going to delete that, and at the bottom right hand corner I have the HTML option, and I can find where I want that on the page, and I'm going to paste the content right there. And then when I get out of the HTML window, then I'll see my content right there. And when I've published the page or saved it, at least, then I can play the video. Other options for putting this video onto my Canvas course would be to actually download it onto my computer, and then I can upload it into Canvas using the Upload Media button, and I can put the file there. Or if you happen to have Canvas Studio, then you can use the Canvas Studio platform for uploading your video. Studio is actually a great option because it would give you analytics so that you can see how many students watched the video and if they skipped over any portion of the video. So those are some great options for incorporating Adobe Spark video into Canvas. Now let's look at Adobe Spark Posts. A post is a different kind of project. It's similar to the platforms Canva, Visme, or any other infographic creation or banner creation platform. You can upload your elements and you can adjust your elements, the scale, you can replace and change pictures and graphics. Now, unlike video, if you try to embed your Adobe Spark posts into Canvas, it actually is not ideal, because if I click on this, what it's going to try and do is embed this entire page, including these links right here. All I want is the actual picture. And there are two ways that I can do this. And in my opinion, neither are ideal. I'll just admit that. One approach would be to download your image and then upload it into Canvas. And realistically, this is probably the best approach. So once you have it downloaded, you head over to your Canvas page, and this is where you can upload your picture. So I'm going to upload the image, and then you can find your image and submit that. And I'm going to resize this in my image options. I think that I want this to be about 600 pixels wide. I think the original size is a little large, but that's one way that I can get the image into the Canvas page. I'm going to show you one other approach that you can try. It's a bit more complicated and it's not ideal, but if I head back over to my page and if I right click on a PC and open it in a new tab, I can see my picture in a new tab. You'll notice on the URL for Adobe Spark for this image, it has 1200 as the pixel size. I can change that if I want to maybe 400. If I change it to 200, you can see that it changes it. So 200 pixels wide by 250 tall, and I can see that on the top tab. I can see those dimensions, and so perhaps I can try 400. That's still a little bit small. Let's go with 600, and that looks like a decent picture. And so I can copy this link for the picture and put that into Canvas. So what I will do in Canvas is click on the Upload Images button right here, and instead of uploading an image from my computer, I'm going to upload through a URL. I will paste the URL that I copied over. You always want to include alt text or mark it as decorative text, and that's important for accessibility options, and I will click Submit. And the last thing we're going to look at is Adobe Spark Page, which is one of my favorite interactions. So here on Page, Adobe Spark Page is very similar to a product called Microsoft Sway, where you can create something of a digital scrapbook of sorts, kind of like a scrollable web page. I'll go ahead and preview this so we can see what we're looking at. And here I can scroll down. I have various images. I have a parallax effect. I have text with pictures. I have a little bit of movement as I scroll, then I can navigate through this interaction. It's a very interesting presentation. And now we're going to look at how can I incorporate this into Canvas. First I'll click the share button. I'm going to click publish and share link. That'll take me to a page that has embed code. Unfortunately, Canvas doesn't support JavaScript, and so I'm not going to be able to use this embed code. Instead, I'm going to have to create my own HTML code using this link that they give me right here. So I will copy this link and head over to my Canvas page. What I want to do is create my HTML code on this page. I'm going to show you a little secret. I'm going to put my cursor where I want the Adobe Spark page interaction to be, and I'm going to put a whole bunch of A's just so that I can identify, because there's a little bit of code on this page and I want to know, okay, this is exactly where I want it to be. And now I'm going to paste the code that it gave me. And now I need to write some HTML code. What I'm going to do is write iframe, and I'm going to identify the source, and then I'm going to put a specific width and a height, and then I'm going to close the iframe. Now what this is doing is telling Canvas that there's an iframe, meaning that there's content from outside of Canvas that I want to put into this Canvas page. It's similar to the iframe that we used for the Adobe Spark video. In that case, Adobe Spark gave us the iframe embed code. For the Adobe Spark page, they give us iframe code that has JavaScript, and we can't use .javascript. So all we're doing is saying, here's some content that we want from the outside world. We want it on our page. The source is where that content is coming from. In that case, I just copied and pasted the link that they gave us for the Adobe Spark page in between quotation marks. And then I set a width of 600 pixels and a height of 600 pixels. And you can change that to whatever width and height you feel is best for your interaction. Now I'm going to scroll down and click Save so that we can view our content. First I'll scroll down to the bottom and I can see the Adobe Spark page content is there. I put it 600 pixels wide, which is the same that I put for the picture, just so that they'll be consistent. And now let's view the content. I'll show you a few seconds of this video that I created. Once upon a time. Pretty simple and interesting, and I can expand that to full screen and change the volume. Here I can see the embedded image that I created, and this can be an infographic, it can be a banner for your class, it can be a myriad of things. And I'm particularly excited about my Adobe Spark page because it's very interactive content and it can be housed right in Canvas, including all the parallax effects, all of the imagery. It's just a very fun interaction that you can create for your students. And it doesn't take up a whole lot of real estate within Canvas. And that's how you can get some great Adobe Spark interactions into your Canvas course.